Hi Thrivers, welcome to Coaching to Thrive. Today we're going to look at a non-exhaustive list of potential extremes. There are a lot here, but what is amazing is how many more there actually still are. I do want to bring some clarity to the word extreme as used here in my series. I realize that this word has additional connotations to it due to societal use. This series is not about people living an extremist lifestyle or anything to do with thoughts around that type of extreme. In the context of my use, another word for extremes here might be opposites or polar opposites on the outer edges of a spectrum. So let's get into some of the opposites or extremes that we sometimes hear, experience, see, whatever they might be. So, good or bad, right or wrong, joy or sorrow, pain or gain, hope or defeat, encouraging or hindering, calm or angry, generous or miserly, kind or mean, accepted or rejected, giving or taking, certain or doubting, clarity or confusion, innocent or guilty, happy or sad, confident or scared, abundant or scarce, humility or pride, full or empty, grow or shrink, cheerful or gloomy, wise or foolish, free or bound, find or lose. What about your either-ors? I encourage you to sit down and make a personal list of what kinds of extremes or opposites that you run through with your thoughts and your emotions. What pushes your buttons? For the purposes of focusing on extremes, a good reminder for us is to be aware of all of life isn't just about being in a place of extremes. We live at varying degrees of balance all of the time. And at one moment, we can be really balanced on something, then something or someone pushes a button for us, and the balance is gone, and we then enter a space of extreme reaction. Today we're going to explore the extremes of innocent or guilty. When I think of innocent, I think of its opposite, guilty, or being accused of something that I have not done. So what would the extremes of these be? On the one side is innocence. You would think it wouldn't be possible for that to be an extreme. But what if a person's innocence leads to accepting situations that put them in danger? Do you seek to break that innocence to protect them? Let's explore the life of a child for a moment. Children are often perceived as innocent. Parents, myself included when my son was small, do what we can to preserve a child's innocence for as long as possible. It steps into the space of being extreme when a child reaches a place in life when it's time to teach them about things in life that will set them up for success and protect them, but the topic is challenging for the parent in some way, and so the conversation doesn't happen. Sex education can often fall into this category. I have a family member who was extremely uncomfortable talking about this subject with her daughter when she hit puberty. Her daughter was curious and asking questions, and the mom didn't know how to explain it. Eventually, other family members had to sit down with the daughter and explain all of the details of puberty and the birds and the bees. One of the reasons the mom gave for not being comfortable with the topic was that she felt like, due to her daughter's age That was a conversation for when she was older, like 18. This is an extreme instance of seeking to protect innocence where it could become detrimental to the daughter for a lot of reasons. So let's talk about America and the legal system in America. In America, we have a law, innocent until proven guilty. When someone is charged with a crime, legally we are required to use language like presumed guilty because we cannot say guilty until a person has been tried by a court of peers and proof of guilt has been provided at the level of beyond a reasonable doubt. We protect the innocent to the best of our ability legally as well as morally. So where is the balance between here? It's not going to be a cut and dried answer. Each of us will need to figure out what this means to us. There are some tips, though, that I can share that might help find that balance. I'm going to use an exercise as a measure as it is concrete. So, think of standing with both feet on the floor and holding perfectly steady. You are calm and perfectly centered. What thoughts are you having, and what does that feel like? Now, take one foot off the floor and stand on one leg. What thoughts are now going through your mind? What does this feel like to you? Where is the balance for each of them? So now we've identified physically a way of looking at it. It's concrete. How does that help with regard to thoughts or emotions? Well, think about a time where you had a situation happen that caused you to feel chaotic in your mind. Your mind was full, here, there, and everywhere. You didn't know what to do. You were swinging with the pendulum and feeling lost. Then your thoughts changed. All of a sudden, you saw clearly your path forward. It clicked for you. What happened to cause your solution to come to mind? What were thought drivers for that solution? What did you feel when you left chaos and entered a more balanced thought and emotion around your situation? To find the balance inside of you when chaos and extreme reigns, look for what is causing your extreme reaction and either write it down or add a note on your phone. You are working on becoming aware. When you have searched your thoughts and reached awareness, there comes a time of acceptance for your true. We look to accept what this situation is, what we can and cannot do about it, and how we can move forward. When we are aware and accepting, we begin to find the balance of the situation. We begin to consciously choose how we are going to think, how we are going to feel, and how we are going to live. We get to choose what we need to be balanced instead of swayed by the extremes of life. How we get there will be different for each person, but there are a lot of ways we can promote balance instead of extremes. Hit the calendar link if you would like to have a conversation in greater detail about this. I hope your week is filled with opportunity to practice finding the balance between the extremes. Let me know what your examples are and how things are going. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If it benefited you, find someone to share it forward to. And if you want to be notified when I release new content, hit the bell.